This is just basic fundamentals. Putting is so personal, like you see all kinds of funky stuff. But if you don't really have haven't found your thing, then we'll just get back to the fundamentals. Alignment. So I need to quit forward pressing, I found out, but my alignment's pretty good. I'm going to try to get my hips, feet, shoulders square. If anything, you can be a little open if that helps you see the line a little bit better. But if it doesn't, then I would just get square. Our traditional eyeline hat, you can see there to there. This one's bigger, so you can see your shoulder alignment too, and that's what that's on the ground for too, for your shoulder alignment. And I really struggle with like getting open or closed, but you really just want to have good posture and just relax. Like get your hands a little higher so that if they're lower, that's going to want to twist more. So your hands are higher and the grip sits in the palm of your hands. They wear the full swing, it kind of sits in the base of your fingers, right, for hinge and rotation. Putting, we want everything to be real stable, but you want to make sure your eyes are good, because some people kind of cock their head that way, then their lines get, or you might be that way. And then there's obviously the line on the ball, where everyone thinks it makes sense to use a line, but the golf ball is a circle again, so I line up worse with the line on my ball. So you kind of want to experiment with that too, and a line on your putter even. So I blacked out this one because it didn't come without a line. And most nowadays you got to custom order them to get one without a line. And so we want the ball just like half a ball width ahead of center in our stance, so that we catch it on the upswing, we don't hit down on it. From here, all you have to do is trust it and be real stable with your body and swing your arms, and it should go in, right? Because rarely do you have a 3-footer where you got to play it outside the hole. If you have an erect spine and shoulders more back, it's different from full swing, then you just always want to be accelerating through and real stable with your core and your body. So another thing I do 5 feet, and I'm a die-in putter just because I don't like having 3-footers all day, but when I'm say 5 feet and in, I'm hitting it with a little more pace just to take out any break. So, because I'm usually playing it left center, right center, but I'm going to give a little more speed just to make sure. If it's straight, I'm not quite sure. I'm definitely giving it more speed. So, see that bottom left is backstroke time, and that's the main thing. We just want to, because downstroke time will be pretty consistent as long as you're just accelerating through. If you decel, it might change a little bit. If you jab at it, it might change a little bit. So, get up. .63 to .31, 2.1 to 1 ratio. So with all their testing of all these tour players, they said the baseline is .60 to .30, 2 to 1 ratio is what most, if you're not a good putter and you're struggling, or with your students, use that number as kind of a baseline. But consistency is more important, because consistency is the most important. But if you're struggling and you're kind of all over the place, then we use that to get it. And then you just try to just repeat it over and over. Originally, so it's shaped like a tire, right? Where a golf ball is circular. So, so you can line it up. I think it's pretty good at my target. And it's a lot easier to get your alignment good. Whatever, that feels wet. I think it might be there. So now your whole goal is just hitting solid putts and making it roll end over end. So, but because it's not a circular ball, it's easier to get your body line square to a tire shape, right? If I had a solid putt, it's not going to wobble, because courses we're playing aren't what they're playing, so grain can grab it if you don't hit a solid putt. So if you have any tentativeness, it's not going to be great. A really good test for your club face, because club face control with putting is everything, because the swing's this big, it's not going to get too crazy. So if we put these pills together, back to back, if I can get them. There's a little indentation there on the mat. And this might not be aimed right at the hole, but I'm going to try to hit a 10-foot putt and I'm going to watch which pill takes off first. So I think the left one did a little bit, so that means that I had a little bit open, so I counteracted because I always have the right one take off first. I want to see if I could get it not to go left. So if it's the toe or the right pill goes first, your toe's hitting first, but it's a really good club face control deal. So yeah, so it's basically set up. So if I'm here, I just want to, you can get it, if you have alignment stick down on the feet, you can see if your shoulders are good or not, right? So then, so I got to line up a little bit left, but you just make strokes trying to keep that pendulum kind of, or that like V, Y, whatever you want to call it, right there. But basically set up, trust it, and hit a solid putt for short putts.